Alright guys, we can continue with the hair, and this video probably will be a little bit boring for you, but I think we can handle this. The thing is that I noticed from this point, from the bottom, that the eyebrows here are a little bit too much protruding in front, so I will push them a little bit on the back. And the eyelids should be fatter or wider, and this, I think it's a little bit better from all angles. And let's go to the hair now. So now we will adjust a hair. Of course, with a bigger brush we'll be more likely to handle this. Again, my move topology brush is missing, but I am very good at putting it there. Enable customize brush. So you can see that customizing your menu is nothing very much frightening. It's very easy. It's very easy. And it's very okay. I will store config probably, and hopefully it will store my interface now, but we'll see. So now I will move one by one the hairs, so the hair will be more like a house roof, because I think this is making the hair on the concept look a little bit better than mine now. My hair, not my hair personally, because I have no too much hair. I'm a little bit bald, and especially in this area here, which is pretty normal. But the thing is that the hair of this character is making him look now as some kind of rock star, or not rock, but some kind of pop idol from the 80s or something like this, and we don't want that. So, or at least I don't want that. Maybe you want it, but I don't want it. So yeah, and if I mentioned the best way to learn and study and get the best from this tutorial that you give money for is to work with me, or at least watch the video and then try to do it by yourself. And even if you have second monitor, which you should have, if you are starting to on this path of working like a 3D artist, or even a normal 2D artist, it's good idea to have a second monitor for the references. And the references these days are very easily accessible by internet. So for example, if I want to make the body of this character, and I will, but if I want to make it more realistic and stuff, I will go ahead and find bodybuilders reference. I will write in Google huge bodybuilder or something, and I will get something that I can work with. And of course I will change it, but the thing is that I will have something, and that's important. So always use move topology brush in this case, because otherwise you will mess up a lot of those whatever things there are. I forgot the name, yeah, of those things. They are threads, no, rasta, no, yeah, but yeah, you will mess them up like I did a little bit. They are squashed here in the back. They're a little bit squashed, but I will try to fix them as much as I can. And also I will try to make them look a little bit better from the back, because now they look awful. They don't look good. And I will be trying and trying. There are a lot of those type of things. A lot of pieces of hair, if we can say, in the back here, and that's a problem a little bit. We can delete some of them, and probably we will end up doing this, because otherwise it will be extremely difficult to fix them all, or at least very difficult. Maybe extremely, it's not exactly, because it's not that difficult it's more like time consuming. And yeah. So I'm just trying to rearrange them. I'm just trying to make this triangular shape here in the forehead a little bit. Let's see if I can do it. They will not be that ordered here in my case, but still I'm trying to make them work as much as I can. And I don't say this is the best way to make these brides or something like brides. I'm not sure if it's brides. No. But it's one of the ways you can do it. The way that I did it. If you think that your way, or if you have way, is better, probably you should try that. Because this obviously is not the most optimized thing, but I don't think that there is a way which is the best here. I mean, this just requires some patience, some work and stuff. It couldn't be done just very much automatically or something. Yeah. So I'm trying to make this a little bit more like in the concept. Here, I'll push this a little bit more up. I want him to look more like a metal guy from the 90s with this kind of haircut. Here, you know, there's no hair, and only on the top a little bit more hair. From no hair to more hair. That's the idea. Yeah, we will continue to try that until we, of course, fail. At the end, we will most likely fail, but that won't encourage, won't make us, how do you say, unencouraged or something, yeah. We'll prevail, you know, because we have the will to do it. And those things, I cannot straighten them up because there are too many, but I will try something. Just do it like this, then mask here, smooth the mask, and then rotate from here a little bit downish, and yeah. So I've masked, and if you don't know how to mask, it's done by holding Control and just dragging, and you will mask. And I wanted to mask until here, so I dragged like this. And then, if you want to smooth the mask, it's easy by just Control clicking on the object, then Control click on the outside the object will reverse the mask. Very important, because we will do that a lot. And then I will Control click on the object a few more times, then reverse again, and then I will move my pivot. How to move the pivot is by holding, not holding Alt, and you can see when I hold Alt, there's this padlock that's open, and when I hold it, I can move the pivot. When I release it, the padlock is locked, so I move it. Okay, that was the lesson of ZBrush, and I'm doing this explanation because many people are, not many people, but some people are trying to, not trying, they're just complaining that these tutorials that I'm doing are a little bit too complicated, and they're more to the advanced, not intermediate, but advanced ZBrush users. I think most of the things that I do here, people are familiar with, but if they are not, I will gladly explain them. And since I don't have too much things to explain about my current doings, that I'm trying to fix the hair, I have just time to explain a few just beginners things. Yeah. And as I told you in the beginning, I was having trouble with mostly the navigation in the working area here in ZBrush, because it's a little bit complicated and it's not like in any other software. It just has to be different, and it is. It is different. So smooth, I will inflate this with the inflate brush, and then I will smooth this with the shift, which is the smooth brush. From every brush, of course, when we press shift, we go to the smoothing brush and we smooth. Okay, I want those to be like here, like this. Okay. That is pretty much good looking from the front, but it's not exactly looking perfect in my opinion. Although I don't know if it will ever look perfect, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm doing things, and when I do them, I like them just to the point that I say, okay, let's go to another thing. Another thing. My name is Count Dracula, let's go to another thing. So, the thing is that I don't make perfect things most of the time, and you should be doing perfect things if you can, only for your portfolio or something, because when you're working for a person or a company or whatever, you will make things just as good as you have to make them for this particular project, maybe a little bit better. Yeah, you have to make the effort, but to make them perfect, it will take probably twice the time that it will take to make them just good enough. So you have to consider this. In this time, if you are a perfectionist, it's cool, you can do it. But if you are just looking for work and trying to make a living, if you have a family, you don't have enough time for this kind of things, you know. So you have to just consider time versus money. I will delete or erase some of these brides here. Not this one, not this one, definitely not this one, but those here in the back, I think we can delete a lot of them because they are too much. And I'm just Control Shift clicking them, which hides them. They're not deleted yet. And I will look at them after I hit them. I will go Control Shift click, Control Shift drag on the side of the thing, and I will go ahead and just fix this. Control Shift drag is reversing. We are seeing the hidden geometry or we are seeing the other. So this is another ZBrush beginner's tip. Control Shift something. Yeah, some people, not many, are complaining that this tutorial is a little bit too complicated. That I'm not talking enough about how I'm making things. I'm talking about just the things I make. Which is, okay, now we're making the hair, now we're making the eye. But how? Yeah, some people consider themselves as ZBrush intermediates, and if they are, they would not ask about those things. But whatever, you know, I will make probably sometimes very much a beginner's course about ZBrush, and then yeah, you'll be able to know what's what and the main things that you need to know in ZBrush. But for now, this is more like how to make fantasy creatures, because there are two creatures in this concept, and we'll make both, and it will be very much fun making the body of this guy. It will be fun because he is very strong, very muscular. And yeah, let's see if we delete hidden, and we are left only with this. Let's inflate a little bit here, not to see the head. Let's make the head a little bit more greenish, but not that much, you know. It's green yellow, but very, very subtle. Maybe very much like this. And then it will have some red elements, but not now. So I'll fill it, and now we have our green monster, Hulk. It's not Hulk, of course, but let's say it's Hulk. Let's go to the face again, and just make the nose a little bit smaller. I think it's smaller here in the concept. And also, this upper lip is a little bit too big for me. I want to make it smaller, like in the concept. And he will just look a little bit more like in the concept, of course. Which is not a bad thing, because the face in the concept is not bad. The body has some flaws, but we'll fix them. We'll make it better, I promise. Hopefully I can fulfill this promise, and I know I can. So let's make, we had a mask here, so let's make him green again. Okay, and now let's make this brides a little bit reddish. Okay, not that smaller, like this. Yeah, for now it will be fine. Probably we'll make them a little bit different, but for now it's good. So next thing we want to do is fix the hair a little bit more, like 3 minutes more, and then we will start the body in the next video. For the hair, this will be for now, and we will need, if we need, when we make the body, we'll make some hairs fall into the body and stuff. But now, if we don't have the body, we cannot continue exactly with this. So we will just be happy with what we have, which is a very good lifeline, if we can say. To be good with what you have, but not exactly, because if you are happy with what you are in the art department, if you are happy with what you are as artist, you will never watch this tutorial, because this tutorial will improve your art. Yeah, I know. If you are a very good artist, better than me, for example, why should you watch this tutorial? Because you have seen the end result, and if you can do better, you will never watch it. So if you watch this, I know you have a knowledge that you need a room to improve, and you came to the right place, I think. So yeah, keep watching and keep practicing. This is the most important thing, practice. Watching this tutorial is not that important, but practicing, very important, very important. I hope I can just inspire you enough to work more, to spend more time in ZBrush, because ZBrush is one amazing, just amazing program. I love it, and most people that are good in ZBrush, they love it because first, it's a tool that is so good, and you can express your inner creativity with it, which is good. You don't have to, take a clay and smash the clay and do everything that the sculptures in the past had to do. You just can work. It's very nice, and it's clean also. And you will make a pretty good amount of money if you are good with ZBrush. That's a yes. That's why we love the ZBrush. We love the ZBrush. I will inflate it a little bit, and probably in the next stage I will remove some of these hairs. It's very easy, so we can do it. Let's go to the head again and just try to fix it a bit to make the nose a little bit better if I can, or I will ruin it, which also is a possibility. But most of the time what I'm doing is there is this bottom plane of the nose, and there are these side planes also here, like this, and there is this, and yeah, there's a lot of things into the nose that more than you think. Most people, when they make a nose, they're making just nostrils and one big chunk of meat here in the center, but it's not like this. The nose is not like this. Pay attention to the little details and the overall form also. The planes, this bottom plane and the side planes and the side plane here, this plane. Pay attention to those. And they are not exactly planes. If you when you make them planes, it's just to be able to make the form, and after that you have to clean it, you have to add detail and everything. But first you have to make the base, which is the form. And now, as we have this head, which, let's render it, looks pretty good, let's continue to do the body. Let me see just the teeth. Okay, they are a little bit more protruding than I want, but yeah, let's do the body and we'll see.